Hello Beaks, I'm Alan Wood from Wood's Bee Company, and today I'm going to show you how to successfully install a queen. Okay Beaks, as I said, today I'm going to show you how to successfully install a new queen into a hive. All right, get my gloves on. But I would also tell you, before you just put a queen in here, there's a few steps that you have to take in order to make sure that the hive successfully takes her. The first thing you want to do is make sure that you have removed the queen, the old queen, at least 24 hours prior to installing your new queen. Right? Also, if your hive has laying workers, right, and you're wondering what's going on, if you put a new queen in there, they're gonna just kill her. So these are some things you want to think about prior to installing your queen. So first thing I'm gonna do before I get into the hive, I'm just gonna knock on the door, let the bees know I'm coming by giving them a small dose of smoke. I'm not gonna smoke them too much. It's a small dose. And then I'm going to start the process. Okay, I actually removed this queen yesterday, so it's been over 24 hours. So sometimes these queens, the bees in here can be a little obnoxious, especially when you remove their queens. So the first thing I'm going to do after, before I install the queen, I need to go back in here to ensure that the bees have not started putting any new queen cells in here. Because if they do, they're going to almost always reject the queen for their own queen cell. So in order to make this process go faster, I put a box here with a top down there, and this is where I'm going to put my frames. Alright, at this point, I'm not looking for queens because I know that there are not queens in here already. Now, another reason that I'm doing this is because the honey floor is on and these frames are starting to get really heavy with honey, and I'm not going to try to lift this box full of honey. So I'm literally taking each frame of honey out in order to make sure that I don't have to stress in order to remove this top box and get down where I want to. Now this is one of the last frames that the queen was up where she was, and you can see the brood pattern that she had. So far, these are all queen frames, and there are absolutely no queens, honey frames, and there is absolutely no queen cells on here. So at this point, I'm able to take this box off, and I'll place it on its side like this. Right? Then I'm going to do the same thing with the frames at the bottom. Right? I'm going to start with the first frame down here. Okay, girls. Yeah, this is another honey frame. So I'm going to put this all the way over the edge. And then I'm just going to take these out. I'm just going to look. If there is no brood on the frame, there's no need for me to remove them and really check. Alright, I'm going to check this one. There are no queen cells. This one has a lot of new larvae, and you can see that they're already starting queen cups right here. So I'm just gonna disrupt their little business and open this up so that they don't continue to make queen cell. Now look on this side as well. There's nothing there. Again, if there's no brood or eggs, the larvae on the frame, there's no need to even take it out of the hive because there's no reason to even check to see if there's going to be any queen cells on there. Okay, as I check this one again, there's no queen cells. Now I would tell you that I split this hive. The queen in here, she was one of the most layingest queens that I had in a long time. So I'm very happy with the queens that I use, which I use from Kona queens in Hawaii. I also breed my own, but whenever we get to the point of this season where it's too much rain or I can't really successfully breed queens, I just get them from Kona in Hawaii. Okay, so there's two ways that you can do this, that I'll go about this. The first way is you could use a rubber band, right? Place the rubber band on the frame as such, right? And make sure that it's positioned where that it's right in the center of the majority of your house bees, right? So I'm gonna move this over a little bit more. Now the good thing about this procedure, the good thing about doing it this way is, right, once you put it in here, the bees are, and you come back to check in 3 days, this rubber band should still be here, so you should be able to see where the queen is. If you leave it in there longer than that, they're probably going to chew this thing through. Another thing you want to make sure you do is remove the cork if you have one, and also place the bees where it's facing the side, right? See how you can see her? This way the bees can actually feed her, right? And then you just simply drop this in as such and you position it back. Also, right, there's a gadget that's going around now that I really like, and this thing actually holds the queen cage down, right? You place it in, so if it's a big cage you have to split it, but you place it in where this plastic holder is at the end of the cork, and this is wide open. The good thing about this one, and I'm going to use this one to actually put it in there. The good thing about this one, using this one is it simply hangs right on the frame, and there's absolutely no way that it can fall in there. And also, again, the bees can get to her and they can feed the queen. If your cage happens to slip, or if there's honey in there, the honey won't go in the cage and kill your queen. Right, so you put this in just as such, and you place it against the edge. You move all your frames back. And yes, the bees are getting a little edgy because I've probably been in here a little too long. Put the honey frame back in. Right? And I know that my queen is right here among the brood. Right? So that's an easy fix right there. So I'm gonna put box back on with a few remaining frames that I had left in. And then I'm gonna come back over, start grabbing the frames. just put them back in just like I took them out. Now if you notice, I have empty frames here because, as I said, I actually split this hive. So once I split them, I split the frames 50-50. But I believe this particular one I split with another hive. And then I'm going to show you that hive in a few seconds because I already have queens in that one. I have had to add a queen in that one as well. Okay, beaks, there you go. It's that simple, and I just installed a queen. I'm going to come back in 3 days to ensure that this queen is released. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take you to a split that I have from a couple of days ago that I installed the queen. She should be ready to have been released. So let's go take a look at that one. Okay, beaks, like I said, about 3 days ago I installed the queen in this one, so we're going to check on her to see if she's been released, and if not, I'm going to actually let her go. So as you can see what I was talking about earlier, here is the rubber band that I used to install this queen with. So as you can see, it is easy for me to see what frame that I need to get to in order to ensure that this queen is properly released. Hold up for a second. So there's no need for me to check for eggs or anything like that because we know for a fact that this queen was put in here. And as you can see, the queen is no longer in the cage, so she has been released. Now it's at this time that most beekeepers are tempted to go through the hive and see if they can see the queen. You know, I would tell you that this is the time that the queen really needs to get used to her hive. So I'm going to come back in 3 to 4 days and then I'll check and see how she's doing. Well, beats, another empty cage. Another hive with a queen in it. So I want to thank you for watching our video. Like this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you soon and be safe.